Your energy field is your magical one of your words, your thought, your action, your emotion to the highest, passionate to the divine, and to transform your energy. So, transforming your energy into higher emanation and frequency, and to protect yourself from negative energy, because there is such a thing as negative energy, especially now in this era on our planet. The collective consciousness has been very heavy with a lot of fear, insecurity, and anger, with this transition that all the collective karmic purification taking place on our planet. So we need to look at the mind, the nature of the mind, how the mind is. If you talk monkey and you say, don't think about monkey, the mind will start creating monkey, jumping all over all the time. So if you are caught into the energy of fear, of anxiety, and you keep vibrating at a lower frequency and you absorb this energy and you feed it on a daily basis, then you will get bombarded with a lot of negative energy. Negative in the sense like, not necessarily that is anger that is bad. What I'm referring is, it's a lower energy where it's not conducive for you to experience your divine presence, to be tapping into your ultimate nature of who you are, Satchit Ananda, and to experience joy and happiness. So from alertness to mindfulness and to deep awareness, that's how you go. What we have discussed in the daily empowerment. So daily empowerment is essential to apply to transmute energy and to protect yourself from negativity. So the mind, the thoughts are energy. It's been said today, it's so clear in quantum physics. They have realized that at the subparticle, atomic, is everything is energy in the universe, everything in the cosmos. So even thoughts, you creating and manifesting through your thoughts. So what you focus, be careful because the nature of the mind will manifest that more and more. So you start realizing that is number one, that your mind can be your worst enemy or your best friend. So that's the choice you have. You can respond in unlimited way of how someone comes to you with anger, for instance. Bring back yourself to this moment. My home is now, and some of you already know, to bring back your conscious breath and to release the tension and to make that distance from your mind and train your mind. Someone comes with anger, don't feed it, because if you respond back with lower emanation vibration, then you're throwing gasoline to the fire. So you come back to yourself and you can chant a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, mentally, and just to practice mindfulness, that you don't give your power away by being compulsive or reactive into your action, because consciousness and mindfulness is just a split second between to be aware and to live a life that is compulsive. So to be reactive is to allow yourself to be a puppet. So you give away your power. And when you realize your thoughts are emanation in the in the world, in the universe, that you're creating an energy, and collectively we're creating an energy. It's up to you to be the light or to be a puppet. So how to protect yourself from negative energy? First, always from alertness to mindfulness and to deep awareness, and practicing the daily empowerment. And then call in the light, the shaft of light of the divine to come through. And this might sound maybe subtle. It is subtle, and yet it's powerful, or maybe even ridiculous, some of you. But in the yogic tradition, and in Tantra in particular, the Maharishi knows, and the yogi and the yoginis, we know that the power of our emotion to the highest, to the divine, and the power of our imagination in Tantra is a very powerful tool with our wand, of our magical wand for our garden, and to remember and to realize that you are the alchemist of your biochemistry. Everything you generate as you go along, creating your impression. If you return with anger, you're creating more impression, more samskara of anger. You see, beloved? So use the power of our Creator, of God. That shaft of light is there. So this is a visualization. Use your imagination. Bring back, see the light, the beautiful, powerful, colorful rainbow of light of the Divine Mother coming through your Merudanda, through your spine. It's called Merudanda in the yogic tradition, the axis from earth to infinity, where a lot of prana travel also. So see it penetrating every particle of you being. You can do that anytime, any moment. All you have to do is bring back your conscious breath, release tension, become a witness of your thoughts. Remind yourself that you, the divine alchemist, and you have the power to choose how you're going to respond. You don't have to tell anyone. You can do it anytime, and you close your eyes. And then you can even chant a mantra. Gate gate param gate bodhit swaha. You can just chant Om, Omkara. Meditation, chant Om or Om Namah Shivaya. It still the mind, and it allows some space, some distance. If you feel negative energy from other people or situation or circumstances, this is a very powerful way. And chanting mantra, japa, always still the mind. And there are many different kind of incantation, different kind of mantra that can be used anytime when you feel that you're resonating in a lower frequency of vibration because someone hurt you, you have been hurt by someone. You can go for a walk in nature and reconnect with the divine everywhere and receive a wind bat, what we call in the yogic tradition a wind bat. The wind is like a bat. The breeze comes and clear your aura, because this is what you want to become mindful and aware, is how you vibrating will affect your aura and how you're protecting yourself. And call upon the power of the divine, the purity and the light, the effulgent light that is already inside of you, by reconnecting in the divine presence of who you are, with the shaft of light, the visualization. I have done that many times over the decades, and it is so efficient. And if someone really have heard you, then you send them the light, and that's, you visualize them with a beautiful white light around them, and you send them abundant divine love, and you release them energetically. No one has power over you, and that way you're releasing this karma. You processing it in the here and now. You're not repressing it. So say to yourself out loud, or mentally or out loud, I am a child of the divine, and within my being, the light, the purity of the light of my Creator is protecting me. I don't need anything from anyone. I have everything inside of me to be content, to be at ease, to be protected. And do those incantations when you feel like you are being shaken into your vibration. It's highly effective, because each time you utter a word, either a mantra or even just an incantation or a gatha, what I call invocation, they are similar to affirmation, but they're true, because you are imprinting new samskara within yourself. And as I have spoken in other video, other satsang, that through the samskara, you're creating tendency in the subtle body. Everything gets imprinted into the physical body and the subtle body, and this create a karmic structure and a tendency towards shaping your destiny. That's why living mindfully bring deep awareness, and then you can expand boundaries of ignorance and start gaining realization and insight and epiphany about who you are in your life. So a bad wind, just clear your aura. You could take a shower, a cold shower, chanting out loud. There's so many powerful mantras. A cold shower will completely change your aura. It cleans the aura. That's another powerful way. You can combine all of this together. And as we have spoken in the daily ingestion, is watch out to be very selective in your consumption of sensory impression. If you get involved into a fight, or someone is angry, has animosity, and just attack you, I don't mean physically, but it could be energetically or emotionally, then just practice all the things we have discussed. Go back to your daily empowerment. Go back to visualization of allowing the divine shaft of light of the Divine Mother through your conscious breath and through this visualization meditation. And chant mantra. And you will process this very, very quickly. And you will start feeling protecting, because that negative energy will release you. And especially if someone did you wrong, bless them. Forgive them, because forgiveness is a great healer. Allow the magic of your wand to bless everyone, every living being where you go. A Rudraksha, and this one. Also, the Rudraksha is a special bead. It comes from a tree. It's actually a rare tree. It's becoming rarer now in India, but you can find it all over in South Asia. Rudraksha comes way back in the yogic tradition from Shiva. They even say it's the tear of Shiva. So any Rudraksha has a certain reverberation that is protective. This is Pancha Mukti. It's the best you can have that is safe and good for everyone and for children and all human beings is Pancha Mukti that is a special type because there's different type, but this is the most conducive to protect your energy, to protect you from negative energy, to calm down your blood pressure, to keep you calm and keep your nervous system calm. It has many benefits, and you wear it on your skin like I'm doing right here into your neck underneath there. And every Rudraksha has a bindi at the end. So make sure that if you decide to wear Rudraksha, and it's used also for japa when you chant mantra, japa, don't buy it in just a regular store because you want to make sure you buy the highest quality, and that is what we call in the yogic tradition a Panch Mukti, because the Panch Mukti, each bead has 5 faces. You can see it when you look at the bead very closely. They are authentic. You can't recognize it, and you will feel it. So this will give you a certain amount of calmness, of protection from negativity. So when you combine all of this together, it really makes a huge difference. To use those tools to protect yourself from low frequency. Another very important aspect that I discovered through my journey, and I highly recommend, if you are serious about protecting your energy in the sense, not necessarily just negative, but to keep yourself vibrating at a higher emanation and vibration, is refrain from hugging and touching people so much. Only purely energetic, because when you touch people a lot, and especially hugging, I mean, we all love hugging, and I'm not saying not to hug, but at a certain point in life, it's important that we keep our energy in a cocoon, and especially depending, use discernment who are the people, but just a practice that if you diminish the touching and the hugging of people, you're not mixing your energy, because when people come close, you're mixing energy and aura. Sometimes it can be very beneficial, but most of the time it's preferable if you are in sadhana and you're serious about your self-realization, and you want to cross and break boundary of ignorance. You want to self-realize and experience other dimension of physicality. So I would highly recommend that you use discernment, be more mindful on how you go. Let's see. Always bless everyone with the highest light, and use those invocations every day. I am a child of the divine. The light is coming through me. Anchor yourself into the purity and the power of God, because it's right here within all of us. And when you emanate that light, nothing can touch you. when you emanate with mantra, your whole being is resonating with powerful Sanskrit mantra. Nothing can touch you. And you're applying the divine daily nutrition we talked about in daily empowerment, you will vibrate more and more. Have you noticed that most people magnified constantly situation? Is it like that in your family or at work? So most people have a tendency to do that. People who are over agitated in their mind and their thought, they vomit their drama, their dysfunction. Have you noticed that? They would magnify a little situation into drama, huge drama. And it's common. It's not wrong. It's the nature of human being who haven't evolved to a certain level of vibration. They still have a lot of healing. So you look at them as not down, no, embrace everyone as yourself, but see them as handicapped. And that they need help. They need even more divine love. They need even more high frequency, because the highest service is to render to all living beings, is to take care of yourself and to emanate this light and your divine presence wherever you go. So, see, it's so common. People would make a drama out of nothing. And it's only to reassert ego identification. It gives a sense of, it reinforces a sense of separatedness. It's common, ego wants to do that it's separated. And yet the absolute truth, we all are interconnected. So when you see, you observe, and you become aware that someone is magnifying, making a drama out of it, just smile, silently send them love and light, and reconnect to your divine presence through the power of your breath, through the power of invocation, of incantation. And if you stay calm, and you don't give your power away, get caught up with the string of the puppet, then you won't get into drama, because that's how drama of life is being created all the time. Conflict, tension, and it escalates to worse. You see that? Just observe, be alert, be mindful. Then you will have more realization of awareness that this is the human species who have their energy in the lower chakra. Again, nothing is wrong. It's not a question of wrong and right. It's just we're all evolving on this planet. It keeps evolving. The consciousnesses keep expanding. So when you become aware that the best way to protect yourself from negative energy and to transmute this energy and to transform your energy to the highest frequency is through all the things we have discussed, with your sadhana, with mindfulness, with the daily nutrition, and not to get involved and throw gasoline into the fire. Protecting yourself, from and to allow the light of the divine. If I look back at my life, so many stories, but one in particular, some of you are aware and know. When I went through my cancer journey with the chemotherapy, I had a severe anaphylactic shock reaction to the chemo. And when I went back, it's a long story, I won't go into all of it, but it's out there in my book and the program. But the power of higher energy vibration through some of the things I've shared. Here was with mantra. I was giving a mantra of protection of Shiv Gorakshana Babaji, and when I went back to the chemotherapy several weeks later, I mean, it was tremendous. What an agony that my body temple went through, and what a miracle, what a cure then. But the point of this is through high frequency to the mantra, we were, because I call on the Ascended Master, and this is the point I want to bring here, is you can call upon the Ascended Master to come through you. If you are a vehicle who is vibrating, you have allowed the gate of the divine open, you're open and you're receptive, you can start feeling the emanation, and some of them might be, and particularly you be more in tune to them, more connected. Throughout my entire life, there's so many of them that I felt like this deep connection. And some of you know Jesus Christ is one, Krishna and Shiva, and even the Virgin Mary when I was a little girl. But when I was chanting this mantra of protection, I didn't realize it was a chant to Shiva himself. And I felt the energy, how it was transmuted to a higher energy, how the chemotherapy was turned into holy water. This is the power we have, we human beings. Jesus Christ said, "Me and my Father are one." So what he was saying is the power of God, the purity of the light, we have it inside of us. And I have experienced that, and we can all experience that. And he also said that we are walking miracle. He said in a different way, but we are. And what I have done, you can do greater than I. He was referring to the power of the supreme intelligence that lays within ourselves. So use your magical wand. Nothing can affect you, only if you let it happen to you. So you have the power. Don't give away your power. So the energy field of the light of the supreme intelligence, we create it all the time as you go. You reconnect with it, because most people forget it. Eventually, it's a full realization, and then you are walking Buddha. We need billions of walking Buddha on our planet. Or angel, be an angel to everywhere you go, or be a divine mother. We can look at it in so many ways. Or in the yogic tradition, we will say, you're walking linga, vibrating this high energy of the supreme absolute intelligence. You are a linga, a temple. We need that on our planet. Together we're creating a beautiful conscious planet. So together we say, repeat after Devi Ma, I am a child of the divine power of my Creator. The light radiate through me. I am protected by the divine power and purity of the effulgent light of the Divine Mother. Wherever I go, I vibrate. I don't need anything from anyone. I have everything inside of me. And use your magical wand to create divine love and beauty everywhere you go for all living beings.